to my YouTube channel, Gabtech Digitals. I am Gabriel, your ICT tutor. In this video, we'll be looking at paper 3-1 of February, March 2025. This is a much anticipated video solution on ICT, and I'm here to give you the best explanation on how to handle paper 3, especially web authoring and spreadsheets. Now let's go. You have been supplied with the following source files, and here are the source files: calc, const, logo, plaster, plaster.mp4, spec, and text. You will create a web page for Tawara Construction to advertise their plastering department. Task 1 for evidence document. Create a new word process document. Alright, make sure your name, center number, and candidate number appear on every page of this document. Save this evidence document in your work area as M25 evidence _ followed by your center number, for example, just like this. So we go. This is the folder. Let me create the new document. So I'll go to new document. I'll call it evidence _ your candidate number according to the instruction. Alright, just like this, followed by your center number and candidate number. So I'll do it, rename it center number. So let's say my center number is CN and my candidate number is 001, for example. So here is the document. So I'll click to open it. I go to insert, header, then I put candidate name, center number, and candidate number or exam number. Alright, then close header and footer. Then the next instruction says that you will need your evidence documents during the examination to place screenshots when required. So create a new folder called plaster. A new folder called plaster. So I will go create that. Right click, no, plaster. Okay, that's done. Then locate only the following files and store them in your plaster folder. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 files. Okay, so I'll go to the source file folder. I copy the file, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll copy and go paste it in my plaster folder. Paste. Alright, good. Then the next one is display the content of your plaster folder, showing the folder name, file names, file extensions, file sizes, frame height, frame width, and image dimensions. So I come here. What are those things? File name, type, size, file name, type, and size, file extension, frame height, frame width, image dimension. So you can right click here and go to more, image dimension, that is D. I'll scroll down to D, image dimension, this dimension, frame height. So I come to FR, frame height, frame width, folder name. I think that's all. So I have this file name, type or extension. Type is something as file extension. Okay, so if I don't want to do that, I can go to file extension, file extension. Okay, that is that. So for now I can remove this date modify and file type for now, so I can have everything the question asked me to. Okay, I think it remains folder name, so I could come here and go to more, folder F, just press on your keyboard, folder name. Okay, you can see the entire folder. And if I want to use, okay, folder name is already there, that's plaster, so let me just remove this folder. Okay, good. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So these are the files, so you can take it this way if you so wish. All right, then the next thing is take a screenshot of this folder, making sure that the required information is clearly visible. Place the screenshot in your evidence document, okay, as evidence 1. So I take screenshot of this, showing all the required fields. So I call this maybe evidence 1. Then I paste. I can copy this for subsequent evidences. All right, so that's very simple. I can rename this. This is 2, 3, and so on. So that's for 1 mark. Then task 3, the actual web page task. You will create a web page for the Tawara construction website. Create in your plaster folder a web page called M25 plaster. Now to create in my plaster folder a web page called m25plaster.htm. So the first thing I'm going to do is, since I'm going to make use of expression web, so I will launch expression web. All right, then thereafter the next thing I'm going to do is to go to site, to open site, that is open the folder I just created. Here is the folder plaster. Then plaster, and I click open, so it is good for me. After I have the site created, then the next thing is to go to file, new, and create the HTML page. Here's the HTML page. The question says that I should name it M25 plaster. Then I go to save as. It will be saved in the folder plaster, M25 plaster.htm, according to the instruction. .htm. I'll click on save. Then the next thing will be, so step 2 says that create in your plaster folder a web page called m25plaster.htm. This web page must be created using a single table and work in all browsers. The table must be center aligned and fit 95% of the browser window. The table must have a structure as shown in this diagram. So this is like the opening instruction. If you look at other instruction that follows, you understand how to deal with this question. So the next thing is you go to the expression web, then this is the file you have created, the new file. Then you go to table. So if you so wish, come to table here, insert table. How many row, how many columns? Like I counted the other time, we have 4 columns, 1 2 3 4, and 3 rows, 1 2 3. So I'm going to insert that 3 rows, 4 columns. Then The width according to the instruction is 95% of the browser window, so you have to pick it in percent, and the width, so you change this to 95%. Then for border, you can set the border, but I don't want to do the border here. You can do it here, you can do it the other way. You will see the difference now. So then what else? Okay, let me say okay, and I have this. So this is the code view. I may decide to use split view or the design view, whichever one. If I use split view, you see both the code and the design view at the same time. So the next thing for me is to do other things. So I'll right click and say select the entire table. Then having selected, then I right click, I go to modify, quick tag editor. Then after the width, before the closing of the quotation marks, then I'll put for border, and I can put 1 pixel, right? So now let me click OK to see that I have the border already. Then the next one, according to the instruction, is that you see that all the cells in the first row were merged, all the 4 cells. So I'm going to merge it. So to merge it, just select the entire 4 cells, right click and go to modify, then go to merge cells. Okay, that is merge, and label it A. Go to this other one, select it, modify, and say merge cells, and label it B according to the question. Then this last two in the second row, you go to merge cells, modify, merge cells, and label it C according to the instruction. You can see that in the instruction. Then D, E, F, G. So I'm going to label this D, E, F, and G. All right. So having done that, you can see the equivalent in the code, right? Then the next instruction is each table cell is identified with a letter which must not appear on your final web page. Table and cell borders must appear on the final web page. So take note of this. I'm going to, let me start this with another color so that I will come back and check this. And then another thing that I will need to come back and check is center align of the table. Okay, then let me continue with the instruction. Then place in cell B, place in cell A the image M2 logo. You remember the name of this organization we are creating this web page for is Tawara Construction. So I may like to call it TC, so shorten it TC. So I'm creating placing this cell, in this cell, the image M2 logo. So I will go and call it this cell, delete the A, then drag this logo into A. All right, it's going to ask for alternate text. Alternate text is used in the event the image cannot display. Alternate text serves as the best alternative. So I'm going to call it TC, that's Tawara Construction logo. All right, I will say okay. Yeah, we have the image there, but there's something they say about the image. Set the width of this image to 100% of the cell size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the image and I go to picture properties. When I get there, look at the alternate text I said the other time. I could have done it here if not in the other place. And I come to appearance. Under appearance, I'm going to pick width, and the question says it should be 100% of the cell. So I'm going to change this to 100 for width and put it in percentage. Then while I'm doing that, I'm going to generate an equivalent of this in pixel, right? So if I remove this, an equivalent of this will be generated. Do you understand? So 100%, so an equivalent of this will be generated. So if I have this, okay, so you can see that it's only the width that will show in the code. You can see width, so that is maintain aspect ratio for that. So if I save, for example, and I preview in a browser, you will see what I'm going to have. Okay, you can see that the width sits comfortably in this within the cell of the table. So I continue with the question. Place in cell B video and source tags. So this has helped us, video and source tags, to display m25plaster.mp4. So how do we do this? So I would like to show you this in code view. So I have removed the B. Here is the code view. So I come here, then I'm going to put, let me use a magnifier so that you can see what I'm typing clearly. That will help you understand that. So here is B. So I'm going to press the return key so that I can arrange this. Okay, so then I'll open the video tag, video. You remember the question says we should use source tag too. So in between of these two, I'm going to put source, the source tag. All right, I click enter so that I can have this. So in the source, I'm going to put control for the opening. This control must be correctly spelled with an S, just like this. Then for source, you press space bar, src equals the name of the file, which is m25plaster.mp4. You take it with the file extension. So I have m25plaster.mp4. So after the source, another attribute is type, the type of file it is, and that will be video/mp4. all right, another thing the question is saying is that, let's see the question, an automated error based display an automated text-based error message if the browser does not support this video. So I may like to call file not supported. So you take that out of the source tag and I say file not supported. Then for now you can save it so that you see what you have for now. Okay, save, then preview in a browser, file, preview. Oh, see, you have the video tag, working here. You can see somebody making plastering on the wall. So you can see that here. So let me go back to the question as we continue. So the next instruction says that make sure that the controls are visible. That's why I use control, and the video loops when played. Now for controls, that's why I use control, you can see, so that the control can be visible in the browser. And if you go to the browser, you can see the control button visible. All these are the control button, all right, visible. Then the next one is that so that the video loops when played. Loop, let's set the loop now. So to set the loop, you just go there in the tag. Let me still use my magnifier, and then after controls, then you put loop. All right, so then you save and preview in a browser. Save, display in browser. So you can see here is the video. You can, when you play, it loops. All right, you can see that it loops continuously. You can see that without me having to click play or pause again, it loops. So having done this, then let me pause. Let's go back to the question. So then the next one is that it displays an automated text-based error message if the browser does not support, which I have just done. That is 6 marks. You can see that file not supported. I have that here. All right, then the next instruction, let's go, is that place in cell C the text from the file m25text.txt. So what I'm going to do now is I will click on this m25 text. It opens up, so I have it this way, so displayed, you can see it. Then what I will do is that I will select all, just go to edit and go to select all, it is selected, go to edit again, copy. You can then use Control C to copy, then go paste it where the instructions say you should do, and that will be, you can see that here in cell C. So I go to cell C and paste where I have cell C. I'm sorry, where I have cell C. So this was done in cell B. Let me go to cell C now. So yeah, cell C will be here. Good. So I will remove C, then I paste what I copied earlier. Paste text. All right, here is the text. Okay, then the next instruction says select it and make it let's see, apply the paragraph style to this text. So having selected, I go to paragraph style, pick. All right, you can see the paragraph style, applied. Then the next instruction is enter in cell D the text specialist plastering in cell D. So I go to cell D, specialist plastering. Then in cell E, other construction. You can see that cell E, other construction. So I remove E, other construction. In cell F, the text contact us. Then in cell G, enter cell G, the text edited by, followed by a space, then your name, center number, and candidate number. All right, edited by, in cell G, edited by, colon, by your name, candidate's name, center number, then candidate number. All right, then the next one is apply the style H2 to all the text in this cell, all the text. So I'm going to select all of them from here to this and apply style H2. So I'll come to style H2. So H2 is applied, you can see it in the code. Then after that, make the specialist plastering a link to open the web page m25spec.htm in a new window called _blank. So I'm going there, specialist plastering. I'll select only that, specialist plastering. Then I'll right click and go to hyperlink. Then the question says to open a web page called m25spec. So I'll go to open file or web page m25spec. Here is it, you select it. Then under the question then says that it opens in a new window called blank. So that will be target frame, a new window, and it is called blank. You can see that, and I say okay, and I say okay. You can see since it is on the line, you know that there's an hyperlink there. Then the next one is make the text other construction a link to open the web page m25 const. So I select this again, right click and go to hyperlink a web page m25 const. Then did they tell us whether to open in a new window? Nothing like that. So I'm going to call it targets, no target frame for that. I've done that. Then the next one is make the text contact us a link to an email editor to prepare an email to be sent to tawara.construction@cambridge.org with the subject line more information please. So contact us. I'll go to contact us, select it, right click, hyperlink, and I'll make it email link. So I go to email. What's the email address to use? tawara.construction. tawara.construction@cambridge.org. You'll notice that as you're typing, as you were about to type the email address, there's a keyword here, mail to. It will come up automatically. Do not delete it. Okay, that's the HTML tag for email link, so let it be there. Then what else? Then with the subject line, more information please. So you type it accurately, then you go to subject line, more information please, with an exclamation mark according to the instruction. So that is done for 7 marks. So what you do, you say okay, and you have it here. You can see that done here. All right, for the space in between, you can put %20. That is the HTML character for space, %20. All right, you have that. Then you can save it to preview. Save, go to file, preview in a browser, then try to preview it. You can see when I click it, a new in a new window, a new web page open, a new window. If I click this, all right, a new web page open by default, not in a new window. So if I go back, so if I click on this, an email editor, you know, is about to open up. That's when you know it's working. So then the next one is very simple. You will create a new external style sheet for the website. This is an external style sheet. All color codes must be displayed in hexadecimal, and in that hexadecimal, that is base 16, color code is arranged in the form of red, green, and blue. RR, GG, BB. But then it has to start with hashtag to show that it is in hexadecimal. Your style sheet must not contain HTML or scripting language. Take note. Now, to create the external style sheet, we start with step 8. Create a new style sheet to meet the following specifications. What are the specifications? Now, in new style sheet, so you go to your expression web, save what you've done so far, then go to file, go to new, and pick CSS. Since you are creating an external style sheet, CSS, so you have a plain CSS file. Then place a comment at the start. To place a comment, go to edit, under code view, then go to insert CSS comment. Here is it. Click on that, you see it. So what, let me take that again so that you can see. Let me take that, let me undo. You go to edit, go to code view, and go click insert CSS comment. So you have this slash asterisk space asterisk star, slash. Then after that, what is the question asking you to put as the comment? At the start of the style sheet, put a comment to contain your name, center number, and candidate number. Now you have typed that again and again. So I'm going to put candidate name, center number, and candidate number. All right, good. So that's the first comment. So you go to the next line. So what's the next instruction? Let's see. After that, the next instruction says that set a style for tables so that they are center aligned in the browser window. So you set it center aligned, then you come here, then you go to new style, click on new style. A dialog box will open. Since you're doing for table, I want you to see that set a style for table so that they are center aligned in the browser. So you come and pick, your selector will be table. Press T, table. All right, then you go to alignment. That will be under box, or let's see box. All right, alignment, margin left. So you are going to check off this. So for the table to center align, you are going to do margin left auto, and margin right auto. All right, click apply and click OK. So this will affect the table to center align, and this can be displayed on any kind of devices, not just desktop, mobile device, tab, and so on. Okay, then the next one is set the table and cell borders so that they are white, they are visible, and they have 2 pixels width. So the table and cell border, so table for table border, TD for cell borders. So you come here and go to no style, so you pick table, table C, table, that is table T, comma, since you have two selector table, comma, then CD, then you go to according to the instruction, the border. So border should be under let's go to border position, not position, layout, not layout, border. Okay, here is border. So border color according to the instruction says white. You can see it. Set the table and cell border so that they are white, visible. Visible simply means solid. Okay, white, solid, and the width is 2. So for color, you are going to pick white, and the hexadecimal code for color white is #FF. So white, then style will be what? Solid, and border width will be according to the instruction, I think 2. Let's check, 2 pixel. So you pick 2. Notice that this same for all is checked for all because it's the entire border line. So click apply and OK. So you have it this way. All right, then the next one, I think that is done. Save this as an external cascading style sheet in your plaster folder with the file name m25 plaster2 underscore followed by your center number, candidate number, just like this for an example, m25 plaster. So I'm going to save it now. Save. I'm saving in the plaster folder, m25 plaster, then 2 plaster 2 underscore according to the instruction underscore center number, candidate number, okay, and then center number underscore candidate number. All right, good. So and you save it as CSS. So it has been saved as CSS. You can see that. So you will see that here in the folder. See the file name. Good. Having saved this, what's the next instruction? All what we did was for 5 marks. Take a screenshot to show the file name and all content of your style sheet. Place this in your evidence document. Make sure the file name and all content are clearly visible. So you see this is the file name. So let me close this for now. This is the file name. So let me close this for now so that I can take it with the file name. I take the screenshot, take it with this. The file name is there and every other detail. So I copy, and that's my next evidence. I'll place it under evidence 2. So you can see that I can open it up so that when I print it can be clear enough. Then after that, the next thing according to the instruction is that attach the style sheet m25 plaster.css to the web page created in step 2. All right, you realize that in your source file folder there are 2 style sheets, the one that was given, that is m25 plaster.css, and the one we just created, making 2. So in a situation whereby we have more than one style sheet, external style sheet to be attached. So we might be asked to pick the one of higher priority. So to do that, let's do this. Attach the style sheet M25 plaster to the web page. So we attach this one we created. So you go to the web page. The web page is sorry, here is the web page. All right, here is the web page. So to attach the style sheet, just come here and go to attach style sheet. Let me go to code view so that you see the entire code from beginning to the end. You can see that from beginning to the end. So let me go to attach style sheet, browse style sheet. Then this is the first style sheet. They ask us, you click open and let it be on link. Do not change this to the current page and say okay. You will see that the style sheet has been attached. How do you know? Within the head section of your HTML code, you will see a tag called link, and it has three major attributes: href, hyperlink reference, the name of the style sheet that was just added, the relationship style sheet, and the type is text/CSS. Okay, that has been attached. If I preview this now, let me save. Now you see that the style sheet attached would have changed the formatting, the display of this web page we created. So let me go to browser preview and let's see. Wow, can you see it has changed the preview of the the display of the, you can see this is center aligned. The table it's here to be center aligned because center alignment was done in the second style sheet, but you can see the color and everything right now. So then let me go back to the question. So the next line of instruction says that attach the style sheet saved in step 8, that's the second style sheet, to this web page so that it has higher priority than M25 plaster.css. Now how do you know whether it has higher priority? Now this is the trick. Now the style sheet that is attached last is automatically the one that has higher priority. Then I will show you another way to know. Now you see this is the one we attached first, the first or the initial attachment. Now let's attach the second one. Let's see the difference. Attach second style sheet, browse, and this is the second style sheet, the one we created by ourselves. Click open, let it be link, current page, and say okay. Now you'll notice that the one we just attached is the one under the first one. So the one that is under has higher priority. Okay, so why did I say so? How do I know? Let's save and preview. You would have seen the changes. Now go to file, go to preview in browser, pick your browser. Wow, you can see that. Why are we having this? Because we did for table border and then we did for cell border that they should be, the border line should be white, it should be solid, and then what's the third one? It should be visible and it should be what? 2 points wide. You can see that, and that's why we have this. Okay, so that is a proof truly that the second one has higher priority over the first one. Then step 10, save the web page. Save the web page. So what we are going to do now is to save the web page. Just click the save button. Then the next instruction says that take a copy of your HTML source. Many candidates from past experiences normally forget to take the right source code. Please take a code of your HTML source as it has been instructed by the question and place it in your evidence document. Okay, so I will go. Your source code is your entire HTML code. All right, so to do that, you open it in the code view, then go to edit, go to select all, go back to edit and click on copy, then go to your evidence document. That should be the evidence 3, then paste the entire code, everything. All right, you can see the entire code here. So what's the next instruction? We have taken that. Display your web page in a browser. So the browser, let's display it. Yeah, we have it. Let me remove this so you can see everything here. So then the next one is that display your web page in the browser, if necessary resize it so that All the page can be seen, all the text can be easily read, the address bar is visible. Then take a screenshot evidence showing your web page in the browser. Place this in your evidence document. Okay, so I'll just go. Let me close all that thing that was open initially. Okay, good. So here is it. I may resize it if need be, looking for the possibility if I can take the shot just at once, and if it's not possible, don't worry, you can take it twice. Okay, let me leave it on 90. Let me see if it can be taken twice. All right, good. So I'm going to take it now, take the screenshot, and I'll take it with the address bar. Very important. This is the first part. I'll take it, go to the evidence document. That's my evidence 3, evidence 4. Then I will paste it. So I have this part. Then I will take the other parts. Okay, take the screenshot. I think that should be around this place. Good. I've taken it, go to my evidence document and paste it. Then I can crop from the third one, so I'll crop it, select, format, crop to the highest, something like this. Then I'll click out. Then I can go to paragraph and say remove space before 0. All right, and I'll do for this also, for 0 0 single. All right, see, it's very close, you can see that, so that makes sense. Then the next one, what's the next thing? So that's all for 37 marks. Now we have come to the end of the database part of paper 3, February March 2025. Now if you follow this video, you will see that I took time to explain in such a way that you can understand and you get your 100% in the exam. Now if you have any question, you are free to drop it in the comment section. We'll attend to them as fast as possible. Do like this video, share with other people, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you in the next video on Spreadsheets. Bye for now.